The penultimate episode of Dope Thief, titled Mussolini, finally gets the Apple TV Plus crime series back up to speed following multiple unfocused mid-season filler episodes. As Ray became increasingly difficult to root for after Dope Thief Episode 5 and Episode 6, Episode 7 delivers what's been coming for him with a startling and effective turn of events. After a zigzagging and undisciplined narrative shine too much light on supporting characters and side quests, Episode 7 shows signs of what made Dope Thief so promising in its 2-episode premiere. Manny's decision to take care of Ray and save his life at the end of Episode 6 ends up costing him dearly, putting both him and Ray behind bars. It's hard to defend Ray and Manny's criminal decisions, despite being rooted in desperation and decades of struggle, but at least Episode 7 makes it easier to feel bad for them. With Ray and Manny's freedoms now stripped, Dope Thief impressively doesn't give them an easy way out of their compelling prison setting, which is so perfect it makes me wonder why the series hadn't gotten to this point sooner. Dope Thief rightfully, and finally, refocuses and expands on Ray and Manny's relationship. Their best friend dynamic has always been the bread and butter of the series. Henry and Maura are dressed in faux DIA agent uniforms with bulletproof vests in the winter. Dope Thief has been prolonging the fact that it's actually a fantastic prison show for far too long. Episode 7 showed how much more intense and compelling the story is with Ray and Manny incarcerated in a formidable, convincing prison setting. Watching Manny and Son get into prison fights as Ray tries to pick up the innumerable pieces of his broken life with Teresa's help on the outside has offered up some of the best moments of the series. Nearly everything that's been happening inside the prison has been far more entertaining than watching Ray and Manny fail, fumble, and endanger their loved ones. Dope Thief Episode 7 also sticks Ray and Manny back together throughout, essentially trapped in the same coffin, which is exactly where they should have been throughout the entire season. Their full-circle shouting match on the prison bus might be the best scene of the series. It's visceral, justified, and addresses the root of their greatest flaws. While the DIA subplot has tightened up as well in Episode 7, the standalone sequences don't add much to the overall picture. It's best when the DIA characters, like the show itself, are intently focused on Manny and Ray, which is why Episode 7 works much better than previous efforts. Ray's paranoia from Episode 6 also seems to be trickling in at the end of Episode 7, making it difficult to discern what actually went down in that prison medical wing. Dope Thief's shocking Manny twist and prison setting make Episode 7 the best one yet. Hopefully Dope Thief can survive without one of its star actors. Ray and Manny walking away from a burning van in Dope Thief. Manny's death from an apparent overdose made for a great closing scene for the penultimate episode of Dope Thief. That said, Ray losing Manny does a major disservice to the future of the series. There was still a lot to explore with their best friend dynamic and plenty of interpersonal issues to resolve between them. I'm not sure if Ray, or Dope Thief itself, can recover after killing off Manny in Season 1, even if it was executed with great dramatic effect. The final sequence in Dope Thief Episode 7 held the Dark Knight level tension. Mina and Michelle's joint effort to get Ray out of prison, albeit for different reasons, seems completely implausible. Mina even admits it would take a miracle, but she's counting on it so that Ray can be used as a DIA informant. It's wild to think that Mina believes someone like Ray, who has been running around like a chicken with his head cut off all season, could possibly be an asset. Hopefully, her vision will be shaken down properly in the finale. Some of the usual critiques of episodes past are still present here. Michelle's relationship with Ray is forced and pretty ridiculous, considering her status as a respectable lawyer and the fact that she fell for Ray after he had recently become a fugitive. Teresa seems weirdly unaffected by Bart's passing, who died getting Ray to the hospital. Despite Ray getting what he deserves, he's still on his feet and is rapidly becoming the last man standing. If Michelle or Teresa dies in the finale, Ray will be beyond irredeemable. It will be interesting to discover whether Manny intended to die by suicide, whether it was an accidental overdose, or whether he was intentionally given drugs meant to kill him. The answer to this question and Ray's response to Manny's death could make or break the Dope Thief finale, and potentially the show's future.